How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're excited because today we got the fourth video of our series. We got the top 5 2020 young guns I think could spike in value during the 2023-24 NHL season. I'd just like to start this video off with saying thank you guys so much for all the support on this series. It's been absolutely insane. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you slap that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, comment down below what 2020 young guns you think are going to spike in value next season, and make sure you follow us over on Instagram as well at Arc Sports Cards. Very quickly, before we head into the list, make sure you remember I am not a financial advisor. Please make your own decisions when investing in sport cards. And without further ado, kicking us off at number 5 is going to be Barrett Hayden of the Arizona Coyotes. Some of you longtime subscribers might know that I look for cards in good markets, teams like Montreal, Toronto. I usually avoid Arizona, but 2020 Young Guns are really tough. This list was so much harder to make than the first 3 videos, and Barrett Hayden did have a good season last year. So Barrett Hayden was drafted 5th overall in 2018 by the Arizona Coyotes, and he hasn't really shown too much until last season where he registered 43 points in 82 games. And if you could grow that point total again this season, his cards could gain a little value. I don't see them going very crazy because Arizona is not going to be a playoff team. And honestly, if he gets to a point per game, I think that's the absolute ceiling. And if that happens, he maybe goes up to $15, $20. He currently sells for around $10 Canadian on eBay. I don't love Barrett Hayden, but 2020 Young Guns in general, the top end guys like your Jack Hughes, your Cale Makar are all great names. The top end is really solid with 2020, but the depth just isn't there, and that's why I had to throw Barrett Hayden on this list. Like honestly, numbers 5 through 2, there's some other cards lower on other lists I've made, like 2021, 2022, that I like better. It's this crop is not deep at all, so I had to throw Hayden on here, but he will get the top ice time. Will he get the spotlight in Arizona, the very minimum spotlight? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Barrett Hayden comes in our list at number 5 because of his solid year last year. Coming up next at number 4 on our list is going to be the only player returning from our list last season. It's going to be Oliver Wahlstrom of the New York Islanders. And I will be the first to say I was wrong about Wahlstrom last season. I thought he was going to have this big breakout season. His card was going to go up, and it didn't happen. He didn't really break out. His cards went down, and yeah, it wasn't great overall. Wahlstrom's Young Guns currently sell for around $3 Canadian on eBay, and that is down from last season where he was selling for around $15 Canadian during the offseason, and that is expected because he only registered 16 points in 35 games. He missed some time due to injury, but that was an improvement on his previous season where he had 24 points in 73 games. Honestly, I think Oliver Wahlstrom still has a scoring upside. According to Daily Faceoff, we can see that Oliver Wahlstrom is projected to play with Bo Horvat and Matt Barzal on the top line, and that would be best case scenario for Wahlstrom. Is it actually going to happen though? We'll have to wait and see. We're hoping it does, but I definitely don't think it's a guarantee. If he gets top line minutes and he gets top power play, this card could definitely gain some value from $3 if he starts scoring some goals. But at a very defensive-minded Islanders team, he would have to have a major breakout to gain substantial value. All right, moving on into number 3 on our list is going to be someone I didn't have on last season, but I maybe should have. It's going to be Nick Suzuki of the Montreal Canadiens from Series 2. He currently sells for around $100 Canadian on eBay, and the reason I decided not to include him last year is because I thought he was already priced in at $100, and he did go up at times during last season. He went on some hot streaks, and that's what I'm banking on happening again because I think around this time next season, he's going to be worth probably around the same because I don't see the Habs making the playoffs and going on a playoff run. But if he has a breakout, maybe that could change. The reason I'm hesitant to put Suzuki on this list is because last year he had 66 points in 82 games. And if we're honestly talking about his ceiling, I'm thinking because the Habs are going to be so bad, maybe a point per game. And if he does get to a point per game around 82 points, is his card really going to go up that much? Maybe to like 125, 150 at the most. I don't see him hitting 100 at this point in his career. Maybe once the Habs get better, I could definitely see Suzuki being a 100-point player, but their offense is just not strong enough for him to be a 100-point player right now. And I think a lot of the spotlight is going to go to Cole Caulfield. I think he's the goal scorer. Goal scoring is what sells in this hobby, and I think a lot of the spotlight will go to Caulfield. But I still like Suzuki because in the market, he's the captain of one of the biggest franchises in the NHL. I still think his cards could definitely grow. With me being a Habs fan, I feel like I have to be harder on Suzuki, as may feel like I'm ripping into him, but I do think he has potential to grow this season. It's just I don't know how confident I am that the Habs are going to give him enough offense around him. Who knows? Maybe Slafkovsky breaks out. Maybe Alex Newhook's better than I expect. And who knows? Maybe Suzuki does reach a point per game. We will have to wait and see. All right, and coming in at number 2 on our list is going to be someone who was just named the captain of their organization. It's going to be Quinn Hughes of the Vancouver Canucks, recently named the captain of one of the biggest biggest markets, I should say, not biggest franchises in the Vancouver Canucks. Definitely a face of the franchise. Quinn Hughes is currently selling for around $40 Canadian, and usually with these lists this year, I've been avoiding defensemen, but with a guy like Quinn Hughes, the offense is there, and he's got the market, and he's kind of the face of the franchise. You got guys like Pedersen there as well, but Quinn Hughes is definitely up there, and I think Vancouver could definitely bounce back this season. A lot of people might not remember because Vancouver was such a mess last season, but Quinn Hughes had his best season yet, registering 76 points in 78 games. And offense is what sells in this hobby, and you need a defenseman to have offensive upside to sell in this hobby. And Quinn Hughes has that offensive upside, especially on this stacked looking power play. I think $40 is appropriate for Quinn Hughes right now, but I think if Vancouver bounces back this season and they're fighting for a playoff spot, I think he'll get more spotlight if he's around a point per game, and his cards can increase value then, maybe go up to like $60. But with this power play, like I said, I really like Kuzmenko, Miller, Pedersen, Beauvillier. I could see Beauvillier swapping out for a guy like Besser or maybe Connor Garland, but even then, I really like this power play, and that's where Quinn Hughes gets most of his points. So I think Hughes can increase in value. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And before we get to our number 1 spot, I just want to mention something quickly again. Just because I don't mention someone on this list doesn't mean I don't think their cards could go up next season. For example, I don't have Jack Hughes or Cale Makar on this list, but they are definitely the 2 best young guns from 2020. I just think they're both pretty priced in already, but Jack Hughes, if the Devils do insanely well this season, if he has a crazy amount of points, his cards could definitely grow. Same with Cale Makar. If the Avalanche do very well, if Cale Makar gets over 100 and something points, he could definitely go up. I just think that they're pretty priced in, and I like these cards to go up in value a little more. Without further ado, coming in at our number 1 spot is going to be Adam Fox of the New York Rangers, and honestly, it's a lot of similarities to Quinn Hughes. I can't believe I have a defenseman at number 1, but I do. But Adam Fox, I think, is undervalued. Adam Fox is currently selling for around the same as Quinn Hughes at $40 Canadian on eBay, and I think Fox should be worth a little bit more. I do think Fox is the better offensive defenseman. I think he's the second best offensive defenseman in the NHL right now behind Cale Makar, and his price doesn't really reflect that. Now, Quinn Hughes did have more points last season compared to Adam Fox, where Adam Fox registered 72 points in 82 games, but I am a lot more certain that the New York Rangers will do well this season than I am the Vancouver Canucks, who you never know with the Vancouver Canucks. They could be a dumpster fire again, but I am pretty sure the Rangers will be good next year, and they should be fighting for a playoff spot. And I think their power play is just as good as Vancouver's, if not better. Looking at Daily Faceoff's projected power play, you can see they got Chris Kreider, Blake Wheeler, Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, Adam Fox. I could definitely see Blake Wheeler getting swapped out with a guy like Vincent Trocheck or maybe even Alexis Lafreniere. We'll have to wait and see for the season to actually start, but I definitely think this could compete with Vancouver's power play. They had a very good power play last season. Honestly, Adam Fox and Quinn Hughes, both very similar cards, both roughly around the same price. So you pick and choose. Let me know down in the comments who you prefer, Adam Fox or Quinn Hughes. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video. Let me know down in the comments what 2020 Young Guns you think will go up next season, and let me know if you think this list is absolute gibberish down in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, slap that subscribe button. Like I said, so close to 1,000 subscribers. Follow us over on Instagram at Sports Cards. Thank you all for watching another one of my videos. Take care. I'll talk to you all later.